Hello, and welcome aboard WhalePod to another episode of Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I'm your Commander, Whale. Yes, that is technically a demotion, but I feel it's fitting as that is Shepard's rank. And in today's episode, we're going to be heading to start the Pharos arc of things, but first we have a few things to take care of. First of all, talking to your squad mates in between missions is always something good to do. In fact, talking to Garrus in between this mission and the next one allowed us to find a side mission that is personal to Garrus about finding a suspect that got away from him during his time at CSEC. A rather twisted tale of a Solarian geneticist who was cloning organs inside his staff members / test tubes in order to sell the cloned organs on the black market. The reason why we are doing this so quickly after, as far as when I'm recording this compared to recording the last episode, is because we have hit a bit of a brick wall in being able to leave Noveria without going through something that I want to catch on camera. But before we get right into that, well, I have reloaded a save from before I encountered that so I can show it on camera. We have a couple new primary codexes to go over. One that I'm surprised we didn't get earlier, but I want to show off all the same, as we have encountered this species before, but never received its codex until talking to our smuggler on Noveria.
The Hanar are a citadel species known for excessive politeness. They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have two names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical, so instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kaje, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language.
So Codex Man there so eloquently explained for us a little bit of what I was wondering a couple episodes back of how the Hanar even became spacefaring in the first place. And I believe the simple answer to be, well, they were uplifted, partially at least, by the Protheans before their extinction 50,000 years ago. It also explains something I tried to explain in a botched manner back on the Citadel in regards to our Emporium shopkeeper on the Presidium, the Hanar Delaninder, or Delan. Delaninder is Delan's face name. However, as we are not on a close personal relationship with Delan, we do not get to learn Delan's soul name. Now, there's one new one that I haven't listened to, or marked as listened to yet, in Ships and Vehicles that is of pretty consequential in nature.
Sovereign is the flagship of the rogue Spectre's Saren. An enormous dreadnought larger than any other ship in any known fleet, it is crewed with both Geth and Krogan. At 2 kilometers long, its spinal-mounted main gun is likely capable of penetrating another dreadnought's kinetic barriers with a single shot. How Saren acquired this incredible warship is unknown. The prevailing opinion is that Sovereign is a Geth construct, while others believe it is a Prothean relic. Its design, however, hints at a more alien and mysterious origin. The attack on Eden Prime demonstrated Sovereign's ability to generate mass effect fields powerful enough to land on a planetary surface. This implies it has a massive Element Zero core and the ability to generate staggering amounts of power.
There we have it. There we have what Matriarch Benezia was telling us about Sovereign possessing technology far exceeding that of any living race. And there's a very good reason for that. We will learn about Sovereign more later. Thought we'd just have Codex Man give all y'all a little teaser of that beforehand. Now, we have finally reached 75% progression towards Paragon, and as such have received the ability to apply our last 2 levels of charm, meaning we can resolve literally any situation out there and have tripled our store discount. Or I guess, not necessarily tripled, quadrupled actually. Because it starts at a 2% when we first unlock the store discount, and now gives an 8% discount at a level 12. You get about 3 or 4 points in Charm and Intimidate as you increase in Paragon and Renegade, such as soon as I got the ability to apply 11 and 12, 11 was given to me for free. I do believe that was my 3rd or 4th, whichever one that was. I do believe it was the last free one, so I don't believe it was a waste to go ahead and apply the 12th charm point there. Some people might say it was a waste because I could have put that point into extra combat talents, but I want to be able to talk my way out of literally everything. With that out of the way, let's redo the past couple actions I've done and see what we get going forward.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
That's what I encountered last time. This is what I was expecting to get out in the previous Council debriefing. And apparently it just comes a little bit after your second Council debriefing.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Now that's what we were looking for. If we now open up our journal, we now have a Race Against Time, Find the Conduit. You need to explore Pharos, Noveria, and the Artemis Tau Cluster, and Vermeer to find clues that will lead you to the Conduit before Saren. Vermeer, go to Vermeer and, well, head to Vermeer and rendezvous with the Solarian team. But we're still gonna go to Pharos first. Let's see what got added to the Codex. Ooh, it's primary.
Nope. Vermeer is a lush world located on the frontier of the Attican Traverse. Its vast seas and orbital position on the inner life zone have created a wide equatorial band of humid, tropical terrain. Only the political instability of the region has impeded efforts at colonization. Many times the Citadel has opened negotiations to settle Vermeer with various criminal gangs and petty dictatorships in the nearby Terminus systems. All fell apart due to internal power shifts within the opposing parties. The Citadel has written off the colonization of Vermeer as impossible without significant political change. The Terminus powers themselves are unlikely to ever settle Vermeer. Most lack the resources to support settlement of a virgin world, finding it more expedient to steal from their neighbors than build for themselves.
Well, thank you for that insight into galactic geopolitics, Codex guy. Oh, there's still more. More primary. Or... okay, secondary. We'll just clear... I'll read this one for us, because it's going to be pretty important. Solarian Special Task Groups. Solarian Intelligence Field Agents are grouped into an organization called the Special Tasks Group. STG operators work in independent cells performing dangerous missions, such as counterterrorism, infiltration reconnaissance, assassination, and sabotage. The STZ is a proactive organization, puncturing worrisome trends before they become movements. At any time, a dozen groups are operating covertly within the lawless Terminus systems, sowing dissent among the various factions. Civilian analysts also note how troublesome hinge point individuals in the Terminus frequently meet unexpected deaths. STG operators are feared throughout the galaxy for their clear-eyed, remorseless practicality. They are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve their mission, even if it kills civilians or results in the team's own destruction. In many ways, they are akin to the Council Spectres. Recently, a number of STG cells have been redeployed from Solarian Union. It is assumed they are in the Terminus and Attican Traverse, investigating reports of Geth activity beyond the Perseus Veil. I will say, we are in for a treat when we go to Vermeer. I have played Mass Effect through to completion many times before. I'm showing this game off on the channel because part of this channel is to be a platform to me to show off the games that I do enjoy playing. Now, let's get to the galaxy map because we have a couple bits of business on the Citadel before we head to Pharos, or before we head after Dr. Salian with Garrus. We should probably go to the Citadel. Garrus is not going to be brought with us to the next mission, so as we leave Noveria, we will cut away and be back when we're at the Citadel. Here's our first Citadel destination. We have a nice little Easter egg after Noveria with Anderson and Udina here in the office.
Your Noveria report raised a few eyebrows in the Council, Shepard. I can't believe you let that queen live. There's a reason their species was nearly wiped out. You should have finished them off.
This queen isn't like the others. She's not interested in conquest or war.
Really? I'm glad you're an expert in a species we know virtually nothing about. I hope we're both still around in 50 years to see if you're right.
Genocide of an entire species is a terrible tragedy, Ambassador. Shepard did the right thing.
Fine. I'll just tell everyone we figured it was a good idea to release a fertile Rachni queen in the wilds of Noveria. I'm sure nobody will have a problem with that.
And with that, we'll be back when we're at our next destination. And we're back again with what we have here, but our favorite borders the line between number one fan and creepy stalker, Conrad Werner.
Commander, I've been waiting for you to get back.
That's a little bit more creepy stalker than number one fan, Conrad.
I've got an idea, and I wanted to run it by you.
I got a lot going on right now, but I can spare a moment.
Great! This'll just take a minute. With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre is enough. What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
Conrad, I don't think that's a good idea.
But I'd make a great Spectre. I'd be right there with you, showing the Council what humanity is capable of. I want to be with you, fighting the good fight like you did on Elysium during the Skillian Blitz.
I believe you, Conrad, but there's another fight that needs you.
What? I don't understand.
You know what keeps me going out here? Knowing that people back home are keeping humanity strong.
You're right. I just got so caught up in all of it. I wanted to help. I'll go home. Thanks for setting me straight.
And by the looks of things, that is going to be the end of the Citadel the Fan storyline. I don't know how often we'll be back on the Citadel after with that being complete now. All the way down here, yeah, Citadel the Fan. You convince Conrad that his interest in you is unhealthy, and he should head back home to his family. He shouldn't be a problem any longer. I believe it's not after every mission, just so in case you're getting sloppy and don't visit the Citadel every time you can, that you still are still able to get all the Conrad Werner instances you need, unless you're really lazy and just never go back to the Citadel. Now, we will be back once we're back on board the Normandy. We are back aboard the Normandy, ready to travel to the Herschel system in the Kepler Verge, which is where Garrus is wanting us to go to track down Dr. Salian. So, Let's not keep our Solarian Dr. Batty waiting any longer. Let's bring him to justice at long last. Just as a bit of a tip, you should definitely be checking out the shops on the Citadel each time you complete a mission, as there will be some new contracts at stores you've been to before, and you might be able to afford some of the better items now.
Commander, I'm glad you were in the area. We've got an emergency situation, and you're the only one I can trust to get the job done.
How can I help, Admiral?
Biotic fanatics have hit a medical research station with a psychotropic drug. The drugs have temporarily driven researchers crazy, and the biotics are effectively using them as human shields.
So if I shoot everything that moves, a lot of researchers are gonna die.
Exactly. A normal team could handle the biotics, but a lot of innocent researchers would die during the operation. That's why I contacted you. I'm hoping you can keep the casualties to a minimum.
I'll do everything within my power to bring those researchers back safely, Admiral.
I know you will, Commander. I'm sending you the station coordinates now. Fifth lead out.
That there was unexpected, but it's a sign we've acquired 80% of possible Paragon points, as when you do hit that, you will be given a new side mission here in the Herschel system, apparently, to track down a lab that's been overrun by biotic terrorists. It's always a good idea if you see an asteroid belt in a system like this to give it a good once-over to make sure there's not any mineral-rich or debris-strewn asteroids in the system. Tungle has nothing of note for us. Same with Mattel. See what I mean? We missed that. You might have to give it a once or twice over. I guess this one's drifting slightly farther from the belt than other asteroids. Heavy metal surveyed. While scanning this asteroid field, you discover a large deposit of palladium, essentially a palladium asteroid. Klobuka is and nothing notable about it. Planet. They're not sure if it was a gas giant or not. Klugan is actually, I don't think I don't think what Hackett wanted us to investigate is even here in the Herschel system. I think it was for elsewhere. But for now, the Fidel is a Kowloon-class modular conveyor of human design. In addition to the standard cargo bay, the hull has several biological research modules attached. Registry, private owner, Dr. R. Hart. We're gonna go ahead and aboard. We do need to bring Garrus along with us. He said to make sure he's in the squad for this. So we're gonna be bringing Garrus for the tech, myself for the biotics, and Ashley for the extra fighting. We will be taking a quick moment here to get Ashley and Garrus up to speed on their level ups. Yeah, I was getting Ashley some more weapon skills. I'm focusing on assault rifles and sniper rifles for her. Garrus gets Master Overkill. That just increases the radius of things. A little bit of weapon damage and a lot of melee damage. We're actually gonna get him the advanced shield boost. We'll get him working towards adrenaline burst. That's a good one to have cooling down faster. It is in the Caucasus system of the Hades Gamma cluster. And eliminate the biotics while avoiding civilian casualties. Now we've boarded the MSV Fidel to see if Dr. Salient is on board. Test subjects. Man, these guys pack a bit of a wallop with their death explosions. And to think, I even have a lot of toxin resistance on my gear here.
All clear, Commander.
Guess biotic barriers are no real help when you're dealing with poison. They apparently had a Scram Rail 8 on them, whatever that is. It appears to be a mod rather than anything else.
Thank you. Thank you for saving me from those things.
Commander, that's him. That's Dr. Saleon.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of here.
Are you sure it's him?
Positive. The's no escape this time, Doctor. I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
You're crazy. He's crazy! Please, don't let him do this to me.
We'll take him in, drop him off with the military.
But we have him. We can't let him get away. Not again.
If he dies, we'll never know what he's been up to, or how he did it. We'll take him in, interrogate him, and he'll serve his time.
Okay. You're right. You're a very lucky Solarian. You owe the Commander your life.
Oh, thank you so very much.
Engaging target. And so he dies anyway. What was the point of that?
You can't predict how people will act, Garrus, but you can control how you'll respond. In the end, that's what really matters.
Yeah. I don't think I ever met anyone like you, Commander. Well, I guess we're done here.
Saleon's medical equipment is stained with the blood of many species, pale blue, violet, orange, and more than a few dark red. But his work has ended here. Time to head back to the Normandy. And we will be heading back to the Normandy. We will be back when we are back. And we're back, WhalePod, on the planet Choha, which has our destination, which is this science base over here. But I think it's time we finally show off Thresher Maw combat in the series, as there's a Thresher nest roughly right here on the map. I have thrown down a hard save, so if we do lose to the Thresher Maw, we don't lose any progress. Receiving this assignment from Alliance Command did indeed, okay, this is not the Thresher Nest Basin. Open up 2 new systems for exploration here in the Hades Gamma Cluster. The other system that was also opened for exploration contains a side mission that is only given to a Shepherd who has achieved a high level of Renegade points. And these systems both open up whenever you unlock either of these missions. Now, the king of all Thresher Maws must live here. Or hopefully the map was lying and that there's no actual Thresher Maw here. Because we literally just fought 2 Thresher Maws on the last world. There it is. Dodge the acid. Take a minor hit from the acid. Okay, this one does not appear to be doing the Thresher Maw's dangerous thing, where it will throw up tentacles to be able to track your movements while underground. But they're still quite dangerous. If they surface beneath you, that is just death. This Thresher Maw is literally one hit away from kicking the bucket here. Down it goes. That is Thresher Maw combat. You get quite a lot of credits and a fair amount of experience for each one you do take down. We're going to survey this mineral deposit right here, since we're right here. And we found ourselves a large deposit of mercury. And of course, that's enough to get us a level up. But as you can see, that mineral deposit gave us right about half as much as the Thresher Maw just did. So these mineral deposits do really rake in the credits as you get more and more of them surveyed. And now we will be back when we're at the actual reason why we're on the planet. And now we're back at our real destination and real reason for coming to this barren or rocky planet. So, let's take care not to take down the terrorists, but remember to check your targets. The civilians are so addled by the drug, they'll wander right into the middle of a firefight. Right. Let's see if we can't get a perfect score on this. Malfunctioning object, thank you for the high explosive 8 for our grenades. Not that we'll need it here. We're actually going to throw down a hard save. We've actually switched to our pistol for more precision.
Look out!
And we're getting knocked down again, just great.
I'm on it. You must die.
Take that.
Calm down. We are the evolution of
Liara there.
I will destroy you.
You cleared the facility. Civilian losses were tolerable. Evolution of humanity, huh? Those biotics didn't seem that different from the other scum you deal with. We're gonna load. We want to get a perfect score here, WhalePod. I'm actually gonna change around some settings, so take down the terrorists, but remember to check your targets. The civilians are so addled by the drug, they'll wander right in the middle of a firefight. We're actually going to options. Gameplay. And no squad power usage for this. We will do that only for, okay. That's where we want it. And we will head around this direction. And we keep getting chain biotics here. Let's draw them into a corner over here. Dang it. We'll be back when we get a better run. Or no. Okay, we're gonna redo our hard save so we don't have to set that setting every time. All right. Barrier up. Man, we've already lost a researcher. Yeah, we're giving up on this run. Caden's down. All right, we're on party usage, party power usage none still. And we're getting chain biotic. Researcher already killed, really, guys? I brought you here because you guys are the ones that have the least amount of collateral damage on you. Really, guys? Leader's down already. All right, Caden, get your butt off the floor. You've cleared the facility. All the civilians are safe, though still chattering to themselves and screaming at the garbage cans. Evolution of humanity, huh? Those biotics didn't seem that different from the other scum you dealt with. Now, before we forget... all again. Didn't want Liara sending out some AoE like a warp or anything and hitting the researchers. Free items. This was also not the place to be showing off those grenade mods. But we won't make you watch through the rest of the looting of this facility, and we'll just see you back on board the Normandy. Return to Normandy. Okay. And we'll be back on board the Normandy once the mass relay has finished loading it for us.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I didn't think it could be done, Commander. You managed to secure the base and neutralize the biotics without a single civilian casualty.
Just doing my job, Admiral. I couldn't let innocent lives be lost.
I wish every soldier had your definition of just doing your job. You're a credit to the uniform, Shepard. We're in your debt. Fifth Fleet out.
And now, we'll be heading to our next destination. Noveria is still marked on the map as like the Citadel. It is a hub world. Asteroid X-57 is a mission we'll be undertaking later. But for now, we have Pharos in the Attican Beta. Over in the Theseus system. Pharos, the Exogeny Corporation has founded a pilot colony on Pharos to explore the Prothean ruins that blanket 2/3 of the planet's landmass. The atmosphere is fouled with dust, terrestrial travel is hampered by crumbling debris dozens of meters deep. There are indications that Pharos was a much colder world in the past. Pharos has 2 large moons, Orkin the Father and Vardit. Colony founded in 2178, population of 300, a capital of the Exogeny building. Orbital period 3.2 Earth years, radius 8,366 kilometers, day length 30.3 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 5.44 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 10 degrees Celsius, and surface gravity 1.1 Gs. Now, time to land and get the next mission on with. After all, the sooner we find all this, the sooner we can beat Saren to the conduit. I have been thinking about who we're going to bring along on this mission. I think Garrus is going to get the bench this time, and instead we're going to be bringing along... Well, not Garrus and Liara, they just got spotlight on the last mission. We're going to be bringing along Kaidan and Rex. And we will accept this squad.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Hold on, we're gonna fix something here real quick. And we are back, but Shepard and Kaidan's helmets are not back. Pharos does have a breathable atmosphere, so we're gonna be going around without the helmets here.
We saw your ship. Fidan wants to speak with you immediately.
Who's Fidan?
He's our leader. He needs your help to prepare for the Geth. They're making another push. Please, up the stairs past the freighter.
Oh, I'd say they're making another push, all right. How many of those things do these tin cans have? Alright, that takes care of that group at least. Of course, because all three of these missions can be undertaken right at the start. They do show off the Geth hoppers each time.
Head to the tunnels. Make sure they're secure. But what if I find Geth there? Are you saying you won't go? No, I'll go. Glad to see some soldiers. Our numbers are getting thin.
Okay. Here's who we're looking for. We can tell from the little blip on our radar.
Oh, Commander. I'm glad they finally sent somebody to help us.
You're a bit late, aren't you?
Arcelia. Sorry, Commander. Everyone's on edge since...
Watch out! We've got Geth in the tower!
Protect the heart of the colony!
We're gonna throw him. And shotgun him. We're gonna... There's warp. Well, that is more than enough to take them down. That's the way onward, so let's see if there's anything to loot over here. Prothean ruins, so I don't really expect too much that hasn't already been picked over. Can't ever hurt to look, though. That's, those Geth destroyers do seem to like to bull rush you. And by bull rush you, I do mean melee combat.
Safe. After an update, we can head out for the main Geth encampment.
Oh, a wrong thing there. We want to stow our weapons, not melee. Getting some rank 9 stuff here, light armor Turian. If we put Garrus in that, he'd be back in the pink again. So I'm tempted to see if it's better. Now it's gotta... Now I'm actually gonna explore where that area goes to. Or maybe I'm just dumb and this is the way we came up. Okay, yeah, it looks like we don't want to go this way yet. I think this is where we're going to go eventually to progress onward. to be honest, I don't think this ruin was built by the Protheans either. I think the Protheans might have merely moved in from the members of the cycle before them.
The tower's secure. Thanks to you, Commander.
I'm just glad your colony's safe.
I appreciate your concern and your efforts against the Geth.
They may have been slowed, but they'll be back. They always come back.
Help me find what the Geth are after, and you'll all get out of here alive.
We don't know what they're after. They came, they attacked us, that's all we know. Their main base is at the Exogeny headquarters. A good place to start looking if you want answers.
What's Exogeny?
It's the company most of us work for before the attacks. They fund this colony. The Skyway leads directly to Exogeny headquarters. You can't miss it.
Of course, there's an army of Geth between here and there.
I didn't expect this would be easy.
Then maybe I can get this colony operational again.
What can you tell me about the defenses the Geth have set up?
I don't have any details, but I'll wager it's a lot more fortified than the command post.
They landed at least one Geth ship at Exogeny, and I've seen large walking tanks on the Skyway. Expect a hard fight.
What do you need done to get this place back on its feet?
We need those Geth destroyed.
Arcelia's right. There are still Geth in the tunnels. We also have more mundane problems like food, water, and power. I'm not sure where we stand on those matters. You should talk to the people overseeing them.
Do you have information about Geth in the lower tunnels?
Nothing new. They're in the tunnel somewhere, likely guarding a transmitter to coordinate attacks. It's not a critical threat right now, but getting rid of that transmitter will help us defend against further attacks.
Is there anything I can do to solve your water shortage?
Maka Doyle has been assigned to that particular issue. If you have any insight to offer, please speak with her.
What's wrong with the colony's power supply?
May O'Connell is working on our power problems. She'd know more about it than I do.
You mentioned something about a food shortage.
Davin Reynolds is tasked with securing food for the immediate future. If you can assist, please speak with him.
Let's talk about Zoo's Hope and Pharos in general.
Of course, Commander.
Tell me about your colony.
Life is hard and often brutal, even without our current problems. Colonial Affairs back on Earth told us we'd be beneath the notice of any raiders. I guess they weren't counting on the Geth. But, despite everything, there's something tranquil about this place, unlike anything I've experienced before.
How big was the original Pharos colony?
We were nearly 1,000 at the main site, 200 more at my outpost. When the first wave obliterated our defenses, we fell back to Zoo's Hope.
The Normandy isn't huge, but we could airlift you out.
The Geth fighters are too dangerous, and I won't be driven off this world. It is our home. There's a chance for growth here that's simply not available on other worlds.
What else can you tell me about Exogeny?
Exogeny funded this colony. Without them, we wouldn't be stuck here.
They specialize in colonization. In return for bankrolling the colony, we work for them. Their main goal is the retrieval of valuable artifacts or resources.
Except there isn't anything here. Or if there is, we didn't find it.
I wonder if that's what the Geth are looking for.
Perhaps. As she said, we never found anything of value.
Of course, the Geth could know something we don't.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
Good luck, Commander.
Okay, we have a start here to our adventure on Pharos. That is where we're going to leave things. In the next episode, we're going to be clearing the Geth out of the lower tunnels, as well as looking for solutions to the food, water, and power shortages. Getting things settled here in Zoo's Hope before going on to purge the Geth from the Exogeny building. Now, with that said and done, WhalePod, I hope you did enjoy this video, and make sure to smack those like and subscribe buttons with a shotgun blast, as well as remember to and remember that comments are always welcome down in the comment section below. With that said and done, I hope you all are having fantastic days, WhalePod. Remember to stay cool, stay classy, and most importantly, stay healthy. But until next time, this is Commander Whale, signing off.